Today I feel like Carol. I need to have a Gyst day. Listen, I love lists. I'm a huge fan of lists. I have pages and pages of to-do lists, work lists, grocery lists, things I need for my apartment lists. The lists overfloweth. But here's the rub. Just because I actively write something down on a to-do list does not mean that task gets done. Sure, making lists can help me feel more organized. I'll give you that. But unless I am moved by the universe or some random surge of energy to get those tasks done, they do not. I don't want to wait to feel inspired to get down to business. So I have found that the only answer to this conundrum is discipline. I am trying to be disciplined about my diet. I am trying to be disciplined about my morning and nighttime routines. And now I'm going to have to try to be disciplined about my to-do lists. As unpleasant as those tasks may be, here's my best analogy. It's starting to get cold here in Canada at night because fall is just around the corner. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm freezing in my nest of many blankets and robes. I dread getting out of bed and into the cold apartment air. But I have to use discipline to force myself up and out and into the day. I need to muster the same discipline when it comes to not procrastinating and getting my to-do lists done. The powers that be say that procrastination is the thief of time. I don't know about you, but I don't have any extra time to afford being stolen. So here are 5 tips and tricks that I've learned to master discipline and backhand procrastination in the face. Tip number 1. Accomplish onerous tasks the night before your new day arrives so that you wake up with a shorter to-do list already. No one likes starting their day off by seeing dirty dishes in the sink, clothes and towels strewn about the apartment, and in my case, pet fur tumbleweeds blowing in the morning breeze. So I try my best to ensure that I've filled and run the dishwasher, swept the full apartment, and hung up any clothes the night before. That way, I don't wake up to a mess and groan. Waking up to a clutter-free space means waking up to a clutter-free mind. Tip number 2. The use of a timer is not only helpful, but it's a handy motivational tool. If you have an irksome task to accomplish, try setting the timer on your phone or microwave to 1 minute, 60 short seconds, then start. More often than not, you'll find that actually starting the task was the hardest part, and when you hear that alarm bell go off, you'll continue with the task anyway just to get it done. I do this all the time with my delicate glassware I have to hand wash because it's not dishwasher friendly. I greatly dislike doing the dishes, but I find that once the gloves are on and the first glass is scrubbed, I just complete the task because I'm already doing it. Tip number 3. A lot of people will tell you to do the smaller tasks on your to-do list first in order to get in those first wins and feel successful at the beginning of the day. For me, I find that I actually feel truly successful once I've got the biggest and longest tasks off my to-do list. Then I've got a real win under my belt. Those huge wins also allow you to feel like you really do deserve a break for coffee or a YouTube video or Animal Crossing or whatever you're into. For example, this morning I had to write a YouTube video script, which involves research, reading, writing, editing, practicing. It takes a lot of time and it's not my favorite part of content creating. But I rarely shoot without a script because I find I just waffle on and get lost in my own digressions. I also want to keep these top tip videos to the point as well, so I'm not wasting your time either. So the first thing I did today after breakfast was write the darn script. Then I felt great that that big task was done and I could allow myself to move on to the more fun bits like filming and editing. Tip number 4. Minimize distractions. Obviously, the biggest distraction I have from my to-do list is my cell phone. It does drive me nuts not having it constantly by my side, and I am compelled to check the alerts every time I hear my phone ding. But that just interrupts my workflow and thought processes. However, just this morning I was DMing on Instagram with Emma Hill, a UK-based content creator. She was informing me that the brand Celine still makes the saddle sew bag in the large size. My mind was blown. I thought it was no longer being made, and that I was relegated to searching the pre-loved markets to try and find this beloved handbag. But no, Emma came through with knowledge I didn't have and totally made my day. So not only was that just a nice message that I was able to engage in the moment that it happened because I had my phone with me, but it also could have been really important information that I would have needed had I had to make that purchase quickly. So I don't think that putting your phone in another room or turning it off completely is a realistic way to deal with it as a distraction. You have to admit, sometimes important messages and information come through when you're working. What I do instead is I turn my phone to silent and then I flip it face side down so I don't see it light up when there's an alert. Then I'll use my discipline to only check my phone once I've completed a task on my to-do list. After each task, I get one check-in with my socials. I also can't concentrate if there's music playing in the background, noise from the neighbors, or construction work going on in another unit. If that's the case, I do my active tasks like chores while the apartment is noisy, and then I wait for things to quiet down until I do my mental chores like filming and editing. Tip number 5. Finally, when working on your to-do list, I would advise you to take many breaks to avoid procrastination. There's nothing worse than feeling tethered to your desk like a ball and chain. No one should go through the workday that way. So be sure to get up, walk around, go out for some fresh air, get a coffee or a glass of water, cuddle your pet, break up the monotony. If you schedule a short break, say every 15 minutes or so, then the onerous tasks won't seem so scary because you know you won't be bogged down for hours on end. So those are my top tips to beat procrastination and become more disciplined and productive. If you have any like-minded tips, be sure to leave them in the comments below because I would love to incorporate them into my routine. Also, if you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up for me and do hit that subscribe button because I would love to have you back for more videos. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.